Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to this week's news video from the Norfolk Broads here in the east of England. I'm going to show you some footage from Loddon Bridge first and then I'll tell you the news at the end. I'm actually away on holiday myself, staying on a boat this week, so all this footage was filmed before I left for my holiday. Obviously this video wasn't filmed all on the same day. It's over a whole week, in fact. So it's rain, sunshine, rain, more sunshine. It's very busy though, as you'll see. I'm not chatting all the way through this video because I think sometimes I speak far too much, as you'll hear when we get to the news segment. So I'm just letting you enjoy the peace and quiet. When suddenly there's no sound at all on a clip, because sometimes you can just faintly hear the boat and engine noise, I've removed the sound. It's probably because there's somebody stood by my car chatting to their friends, that's all. And now a little bit of time lapse. After all those boats, I think it's time for this week's news. Loddon Staithe Bridge over the River Chet could be replaced. It's been closed for over a decade and could be set for a new lease of life. It was closed due to safety concerns after being used since the 1960s. It seems there is an Anglian Water pipe beneath the bridge, and this is what's caused complications in moving forward with repairs. South Norfolk Council is working with the Environment Agency and the Broads Authority to find a way forward. Once the bridge has been repaired, it is hoped there will also be a new facility for paddleboarders and kayakers. The Granary restaurant in Ranworth is set to close on June the 8th, but the daily tea room will remain open. Anglian Water convicted amid Environment Agency probe. Anglian Water has been convicted of failing to supply key information to the Environment Agency amid a criminal investigation into water companies. The firm was found guilty for failing without reasonable excuse to provide records related to its wastewater treatment works in Norfolk and across the region. Further details about this story and all the others covered in today's video can be found from clicking on the title of this video, where you will then be taken to the write-up that goes with it. Sailors braved blustery conditions on the Norfolk Broads last weekend for an endurance race which is described as Europe's toughest. 40% of the boats competing the Three Rivers race retired before reaching the finish line. Crews have 24 hours to complete the race over 50 miles, covering the rivers Bure, Thurne and Ant. 60 boats finished the race, with the overall winner, Fox, a Yare and Bure class boat helmed by Chris Bunn, with a time of 6 hours and 54 minutes. Although I originally planned to film the Three Rivers race myself, I wasn't able to in the end. I tried at Woodbastwick first, but the water along the road was just so incredibly deep it was going to be too dangerous. I then tried at Loddon Bridge, but there was no parking to be had anywhere. So I thought, oh well, I'll go and do something different instead. So that's why I then went on to film the Galleon and the Seabourn cruise ship, which you're about to see next here. In the first 5 days of its arrival, 2,000 people had already visited the replica Spanish 17th century Galleon Andalucia. The floating museum will be in Great Yarmouth until June the 9th. It's presently doing a grand tour of Europe. Naturally, I went and had a look for myself. There were so many people though. On the same day, in Great Yarmouth Outer Harbour, was the cruise ship Seabourn Ovation. So after I've shown you the Galleon, we'll drive round and I'll show you the cruise ship as well. You have to look at it through the fencing though, so you know it's not brilliant footage. Here is the Seabourn Ovation cruise ship. I thought I'd read you what it says on their website about Great Yarmouth and the area, and the trips that they can do while they're here. The seaside resort of Great Yarmouth is situated in the Norfolk region of England. Was originally a Roman fort of Galleon. If I pronounced that wrong, then apologies. Located at the mouth of the River Yare, it became a wealthy trading centre of considerable importance. It rose to prominence as a major centre for tourism when the railway reached it in 1844. Big skies, sweeping beaches, wind-swept marshes, meandering inland waterways and quaint flint houses combined to great effect in the Great Yarmouth area. While here, there are the following excursions that they can go on. A walk through medieval Norwich, Blickling Estate, Felbrick Hall, Norfolk Broads River Cruise, a day in Norwich, or a day in Great Yarmouth. I've started to include the odd property for sale around the Norfolk Broads recently, and this one is in Martham. I think it might be the location for the former sailing school that used to be there. Blackwater car to be sold after Broads Authority Yurt row. A couple's dream of creating a nature paradise in the Norfolk Broads has been destroyed after a row over a yurt. The owners say they have been forced to sell Blackwater car, a small fen and woodland in Postwick, due to the dispute. A yurt was placed on the site to be used as a base for research and educational activities at the reserve. However, this was refused permission by the Broads Authority, who complained it was harming the Broads landscape. There was also a concern about risk of flooding due to its location in a floodplain. Great Yarmouth Mercury has listed 5 of the best brunch spots with a view to visit in Norfolk. The Old Mill in Hoveton makes it onto the list. Hides at Carlton Marshes closed after a string of break-ins and antisocial behaviour. Run by Suffolk Wildlife Trust, they have had problems with groups gathering, drinking, smoking, littering and playing loud music. Thank you all for watching. Have a good week and I'll be back again very soon. Back on dry land.